So today I have decided to talk to you about water, which is, uh, I think, the second most important element on this planet besides air, and this one is one of the one that has less studies done by us to understand it, which is something that I just don't get it. Quite frankly, if I was the government, I would probably be putting more money into researching how to deal with water and how to deal with air, because without those two things, you cannot have a life. And anyway, most people are aware that there are three types of water, which is white, gray, and black. And basically, we have that kind of classification that we use, but it's not enough and it doesn't work. And I'm going to tell you about this thing because most people cannot get it, and you do need to get it. If you are a prepper or whatever, you need to understand the difference between waters, because if you don't, then you are going to mess up a lot. And especially if you're going to start living by yourself, like in an off-grid situation or whatever, because you're going to have to learn between the difference between distillated water, potable water, mineral water, white water, gray water, and then the black water. Is not the same, because it is used for different kind of things. And if you use, for example, you need to make beer, or you are making some sort of fermented kind of drink or whatever, you need distillated water. And if you're using mineral water, you are going to be in so much pain, because probably that thing might actually even kill you for poisoning. For You can do everything right, but if the water is not treated properly, you are going to be screwed. And for another part, for example, if you're drinking all the time distillated water, you're going to be dehydrated, even if you drink 4 liters of that a day. Because basically, um, distillated water is one kind of water that you get that has absolutely nothing, and I do mean nothing, attached to that. That there is a reason why when you're going to treat wounds and stuff like that, you don't want to treat it with potable water, and you don't want to treat it with white water. You need to treat it with distillated water if you want to have it free of infection and free of a lot of things. So anyway, so first of all, I wanted to tell you that if you want to contact me or help me, you can help me by Amazon links or whatever in the description down below. And that is, in case that you need to contact me or whatever. I don't answer very often by the email, because quite frankly, I check it once a week, probably once every other week or something, and I don't check my regularly the email, because come on, I am in Venezuela. What the hell do you expect? So anyway, so about water, just to give you a quick review of this thing and why we should probably invest more about learning about this thing. So number one, water, contrary to whatever the hell you're thinking, I'm talking about scientific base, okay? Because I read a lot about scientist things. I love science, so I try to do that. And anyway, so water has a magnetic field about it, okay? It doesn't matter if it is white, black, or gray, or whatever. If you put your hand in a bowl with water, you can measure around your hand the magnetic field or the energy that water will give you, or vice versa. You can give energy to the water through your words. So, number one, that water will have its own magnetic field or energy field or whatever. Now, that energy field can vary, basically, about if it is more towards the glaciers or more towards a place that has never been with chemicals and stuff like that, the energy field will be higher. Now, If that water has been filtered and it has been treated and all of that, that energy field will be lower. Now, if it has been treated or whatever, it's called potable water, and basically you can drink it, which is good. But it won't give you the same amount of energy that it will give you mineral water that has never been treated but is filtered by nature by itself. Let's say that you have underground water and you have access to a very deep underground water and you can drink it. You might think that that water has a lot of bacteria and all of that or whatever, but basically all the research has proven that it's very likely not going to be contaminated unless, the whole ground has been contaminated, but that's another point. But if the groundwater has been there for a long time and it basically the earth that formed that thing is not contaminated, then that water is going to be mineral water. And when the water is mineral, that water will give you more energy and it will give you more, how to say this, more minerals to your blood and to your water and to whatever, because it has minerals that you are supposed to drink and get with your water. So you want to try to make a balance between your white water, as in potable water, and mineral water. There is a reason why mineral water is more expensive than potable water, because potable water has been treated and it is safe. You can be certain that that thing doesn't have any bacteria or viruses or whatever. But when you treat it, you remove a lot of the minerals and the things that you are going to need in your body. So basically, I'm going to tell you in a few videos about the different kind of water and what you should probably do with the water. It's important to understand this because if you boil all the water that you are going to drink, and that water that you are boiling might be of the viruses or bacteria and all of that, but it might still be contaminated with heavy metals and other things like that, that not everybody can talk to you about this thing. So I'm going to tell you right now, just keep in mind this. There is, like I said, black water, gray water, white water. But between this white water, you will have potable water, mineral water, and then distillated water, which is different. And you need to understand which ones and for what, because it's crucial for you to do several things, and you need to keep in mind this for making certain decisions, especially if you're going to do things like beers and fermentation things later on with that water. Okay, so I'll explain later.